No drummer, this is the place to be, using your finger all the way to glory. Follow the rhythm, snap, snare, kick the beat like an algorithm. You'll soon get it. Tap your fingers like a human jackhammer. If you miss one out, don't act like a loser. Get back on track before you mess it up. Fake it, make it, and toughen up, buttercup. Now focus, you can't afford to miss a beat. Stay with me, you ain't got time for any tweet. There's more coming, you should stay in line. Here's more drumming, no time to whine. If you think this is hard, just wait till the end. This sure gets worse as it's the usual trend. It's bend or break, fingers flowing like crazy. Make no mistakes, don't you dare get all clumsy. Clap, clap, think you're up to the task. Think you got time to smile and bask. We're going minimal, digital and completely lethal. It's a gamble, a hassle, a razzle, dazzle. But wait, here comes the final. Digits on the drums, don't you ruin the mood. Clap back on the beat, finger licking good. Go down on the snare, pretend you're drowning. Boom boom goes the bass when you start banging. Fingers crossing, working up to the climax. Smack that, tap that, maximize your impact. No butterfingers here, we won't go slower. Grind up till you're feeling on fire. Grind up till you're feeling on fire.
We are Hello, everyone, and welcome to this here little stream.
Hello. Welcome.
I did not forget to unmute my mic this time. Yay!
Good job.
I had a panicked look to the corner of my screen. Okay, everything's fine.
Good.
I'm professional.
Sure.
Ah,
Very much. Welcome, everyone. We are Small Dreamers. We make short games in a small games in a short times.
yeah.
What?
Well, they're also pretty short,
Yeah.
but
So
short
short.
games in a small time doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah. That's the thing. But
No.
no, I was going with short games in a small time. It's not exact. Yeah, I mean yes, but also
And we're not small time, we're big time. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
We're
let's say
big
it.
time.
We're big time. Sure.
We're on game 4. We know what we're doing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We never know
Definitely.
what we're doing, but that's fine. Hello,
It's because
cat.
we keep doing different things. So
Yeah, but that's also what's fun about it. Let me switch
yeah.
over to our new game screen.
Yeah.
Because
Hi.
stuff's been happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. So reminder, we're currently working on a fourth game, which is What If We Kissed at blank.
Yeah.
And it's kissing versus game simulator thingy.
It's a fighting game, but instead of being competitive, it's cooperative, and instead about beating each other up, it's about kissing.
Exactly. So it's gonna be fun. And this is week 2. Well, week 1. But it's been
I'm
week.
counting this as week 1 because last week was week 0 because we announced the game.
Sure.
So
And yeah. That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. And look at this game. There's stuff happening. I'm going to be showing off a bunch of videos today instead of the gameplay because, well, the gameplay of the game I can show you right now. It's not very long yet because I can do... Oh yeah, I did set up this screen that doesn't work yet. that's about. Let me see. So you can select your character, press start, and you're a character.
You did the character
And then you
selection,
need to use the mouse because I haven't hooked up the button yet.
okay.
And then you can press start if you wish to kiss. And then you press start.
Right.
It doesn't work. Oh, you need to press start on the right controller because for now it doesn't hook up yet. But you can play multiplayer right now. I can play with 2 controllers.
Incredible.
And you can tilt left and right for now, which is dependent on the amount you press the triggers. So it's not like a fixed. There's a maximum amount, but there's no minimum amount. So you can do very small movements if you want to, and you can move forward, which makes the camera move forward.
Yeah.
And then you get stuck because the other person hasn't moved. So I need to, let's see, turn this way, move closer, and then tuk 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 tuk, and there's points and stuff that's happening.
Oh, I had forgotten how much you zoom in.
Oh yeah, I've zoomed in a lot. It's adjustable, but for now it's a lot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah. It is. It's Yep, okay.
Yeah, this is the game. And then once you have attained the climax, you can press start to kiss again. And you need to press start on the right controller because I forgot to hook up the other one.
All right.
It's early days, but we have systems in there. You can there's a whole overlay system if you look at the way the nose thing appears when you have that little thing that poops up. Nose, mouth.
Ah!
Oh, I broke it.
Oh, nose!
Oh, nose.
Yeah, okay. That's the game.
That's the game so far. It's early days. It will become a real game, hopefully at some point.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I love it. It's been a week and we already have all that. That's pretty cool. To be honest.
I didn't think we'd get this far in a week.
Yeah, me neither. You were all like, "Oh, I'm not sure how it's."
I wasn't sure how it worked. I was like, okay, well, let me just try something. And basically, not the first thing, but the second thing I tried worked, and I was like, oh wait, I can do it like this, and it basically set the entire thing in motion. And I have a sort of good idea of how this is going to work.
Nice.
There's going to be lots of problems. I don't even want to think about the tongue yet. For example.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So I was thinking about how I don't know how the collisions will behave. So maybe there's going to be some code that will open the mouth automatically if you try to pull the tongue out of something. Because
nice.
that's probably the easiest way instead of trying to have collision shapes that do random stuff.
For sure.
And there will have to be checks to see if you're trying to close the mouth, that your tongue needs to go back in the mouth if you want to do that.
Yeah, I do think yeah, the mouth opening could be just that.
Yeah. I think that if you pull the... I don't know.
I don't know, because we were like joystick up and down. We were like, that's the jaw, right?
Yeah.
If the jaw is opening automatically, if the mouth opens automatically through the tongue, through pulling out the tongue.
Yeah, maybe we can.
Then, yeah, maybe the up and down is just the pursing of the lips.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, yeah, we'll see.
Anyway,
that's fun.
I still keep thinking about this specific moment in the Death Stranding trailer.
No.
Because it's so terrible. It looks great visually, but it's so terrible. Who kisses like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Am I doing it wrong? Do I need to?
What kind of kissing experience has the person who made that?
I don't know. Is
Exactly.
Kojima a weirdo? Yeah, we knew that, but
I don't know. I don't know. Did he micromanage the whole cinematic or
I
not?
have
It's
no
a whole
idea. I don't
question.
really care.
When,
I'm not a big
yeah, but
Kojima fan. I don't really care
no,
about him.
no, me neither. But it's very fun to think of details like that
Yeah,
in video games because video games are, especially big video games like that, are a bunch of people, quite a number of people working on them. And that includes a trailer. A trailer is never one person
no,
making
of
it.
course. It's a huge team.
But in cases like that, when it's like, for example, a Kojima game, you tend to have a very big name on the front of it, which is
Of
Kojima.
course, and it's hundreds of people that work on that damn thing.
Yeah, and so you're like, who made the final cut? Like, who did
Yeah, who
have
decided that kiss?
who decided first of all to do that this way? How much did they have to redo that part of the scene? Like, I want to know just that kiss. How, like, did they make a first version without kissing? Was it much shorter, much longer?
I
How did
don't
they
know.
animate that? I would like to know genuinely because I would like to know the pipeline that led to that.
Yeah,
Into
same.
all
But
that.
I don't
Just
think we'll
okay.
ever know. Anyway, this is the day one, what we had. Basically, this is what we had the day of the stream last week. So there's been a lot of stuff happening. For one, the mouths are open now for some reason. I don't know why.
I think
Because it's the same face and I didn't touch the positions or of anything, but... Whoa, what am I doing? Oh, wait, I wiggled the... Okay, I know what I did. If you wiggle an image, everything disappears. That's Windows decision.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, this is what we had day one. These are the controls right now, which will not say anything to anyone, which is fine. This is way more
I know.
visual. You can dance.
Yay.
I should put this on a rhythm game. Have a rhythm. Tum ta ta tum ta tum ta ta tum ta.
Oh, terrible. Oh, we could have.
We could have
Could we make this
choreography.
into could we make this into a rhythm game?
Maybe. Hello,
Probably
Idianas.
couldn't. Hello.
You arrived right at the precisely at the right time.
Yeah.
Tum ta ta tum ta.
Yeah, but the kiss in sync with the song. This would be terrible to. Oh my god.
I don't want to make a rhythm game yet.
Fun.
The kiss in sync with the song and
Oh.
stuff. It's a terrible idea. I don't really want to do that. This is the first kiss I managed to do. This is the file is called Baby's First Kiss.
Yeah, and it was the video you sent me was like, yep, this is the game we're making. Yep.
Yep. This is the one.
Yeah, I have regrets.
I think it's this one.
Oh, that one is weird.
This was
Like
the
when
soft
everything
body test, I think, where I basically rigged the entire head up to be a soft body and then have it be affected to gravity. But since I made the gravity 0, they're basically in outer space. So the stuff was pulling on each other, and the skeleton was not perfectly set up. So it just basically disintegrated and became this horrible thing.
I love it.
These are the names we have for now. Because the game will have randomized titles and levels, basically.
Yeah.
Sort of. There's still
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff to decide. We'll see. But
So
yeah,
this will talk to
I think I've added one since I don't remember. I tried to think of a bunch and write them down. So I've already started in the big game document. I've started copying this list and having descriptions for the backgrounds, so that we can think about those a bit more.
Yep.
Here's a real case. This is the first real game. Oh, it's still nose testing.
No, this was the nose
attempt.
Nose collisions attempt.
I've been obsessed with these noses for a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works perfectly fine. Look.
Yeah, no, it looked very fine, and then no, and then nope, and then you're like,
Nah,
okay,
it works and then it
fine.
doesn't.
And then nope, nope, that it's gone.
I like this one, I think. Is this one? Yeah.
Oh, this one, yes, definitely.
It's the
So
gravity again.
collisions are hard on the soft material thingies.
Yeah, this is the collision, because it's the skeletons that have that basically become ragdolls whenever you enter in the pink bubble. They become the noses become ragdolls, because that's the easiest way I found to have them interact with stuff.
Right.
But then I forgot to disable the gravity again. That's why they fall down. Since they're not attached really to the head, the nose just decides to fall off into space.
Yeet.
Which is a very strange thing to have happen. And it looks great, I love it. It's so cursed.
It's fun because, you know, there is a minute where it's like the SpongeBob character.
Yeah. And then I did this one. Oh, it's the same thing, but the nose went crazy and went crazy in a different way. It's all about noses, this thing.
So many noses issues.
I spent an entire day just looking at these two noses doing weird stuff. And then I adjusted the variables a lot for the gravity and stuff. And it works a lot better now. But I think that it's also, the problem is a lot to do with the way the bones are in that nose specifically. They tend to hook the noses to each other, which is what we saw, what we saw in the gameplay. If you look at the nose from these guys, their bones are basically two bones are here, but then here is nothing. So if you bend in the correct way, they can hook their noses together and stretch them when they move apart again, and that's not what we want. I don't know if I'm making myself clear at all.
I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Because I understand what's going on, but I've been looking at this for all week. And what's then? More, oh yeah, lips. These were also they also work perfectly fine. That's how I kiss every day. That's how all my kisses, they should be like this, and then and that's how you kiss, no?
And worries, but sure. That's very
so
realistic,
many
yeah.
bugs, so fun.
Yep.
I try to remember that whenever something funny happens, I need to film it because it's funny. Instead of laughing, and then not being able to reproduce it. So I try to remember clicking on screenshot or start filming it a bit. And then, yeah, this was the camera test.
Yeah.
It was a little bit jerky, a little because it was just mapped to the thing, and I smoothed it out later. And but now the zoom is very, 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 very intense, so I might need to change that a bit. What's more? Impact, yeah. This is an overlay that's how can I explain that? There's a 2D overlay basically with a nose and a mouth image.
So
and then
mostly it's called visual effects.
It's called visual effects.
So we have, you know, impact, visual feedback.
Yeah.
When you hit things you shouldn't, or when you hit things you should. So for now it's just circles saying, hey, you've hit, this is in contact and this is in contact.
Yeah.
But in time it's gonna be something else.
Oh, it's going to be way prettier. In my head it's already pretty. I don't know.
I wouldn't 3D necessarily.
No, we're not there yet, but we're getting there. But this 2D thing works pretty well to have the images really work, the impacts. They work pretty well now, and I like that because I was trying to put them in 3D, but then I'd have to code several ones depending on if it's the head, if the head is on the left side or on the right side, and you need to adjust the sprites and overlays. And this is the easiest way I found.
Yeah, also it's the comparison to fighting game and versus fighting game is also because while we do use 3D, we're playing on a 2D plan.
Yes.
So camera and stuff. So using 2D cheats like that is very effective.
This is our flattest game yet.
Yeah.
Then the background stuff. Basically, the idea is to have different planes of backgrounds that will move a little bit and show up and be like cardboard cutouts and stuff, like theater panels maybe that can switch in and out and move and do stuff. I'm not sure what yet. They need to be not too distracting because, well, you need to play the game. But you can look at them and have like, maybe they'll have each a looping animation or something. I don't know yet exactly. And we'll see. Or maybe there will be different stages to it. Different, depending on how much you fill the bar, it will do different stuff or something.
I mean, maybe.
It's all up in the air right now. We'll see.
I like that you say that with two floating heads.
Yeah, it's all up in the air and we don't know yet what's going to happen.
That feels appropriate, to be honest.
Oh yeah, this is the camera smoothing. So now it doesn't snap immediately. There's a little bit of delay. I think I've slowed it down a little bit more since then. And then I added the climax, the progress bar.
Yay!
So now it fills up when you touch the mouth, and it empties back again when you touch the nose.
Yeah.
It works pretty well. Yeah. I'm quite happy with it. It will, of course, need more tuning and more different stuff, but
we'll need a lot more.
It's early days,
and been 1 week. It's fine.
Yeah, we can adjust the amount of points you need and stuff for every single thing. I'll give you.
This will be like very late in development.
That's for very late, but I will have to make that. I need to think about it now.
Definitely, but polishing it down is.
Oh yeah.
All these tiny changes for later.
We're not there yet. Yeah. Oh yeah, then I added the start. I'm speedrunning already.
Yep.
The speedruns are gonna look like that.
Yeah.
Mashing faces together. If our computer system will work for the single player, if it works the way I intend to, that's going to be pretty nice because each computer will have a pattern basically. So it will probably loop. I don't know exactly how it's going to work yet.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But yeah,
a pattern
I think
of behavior
it's going to be a pattern.
Sense.
And
I mean, kissing is pretty repetitive if you think about it.
Yeah. That's also why we need to figure out what the opponents will do, and have a couple variants. Like each character might have its own style of kissing or something. I don't know.
And probably its own scale of points.
Yeah. That's what we said. That some like lots of tongue. Some like I don't know.
Don't like tongue at all.
Yeah.
Some don't mind having their teeth in contact. Some just like rubbing noses.
Oh yeah, rubbing noses is a good idea.
It could be fun to have people be like, no, this I like.
Yeah.
This I don't. And depending on the character you pick, you have to play in accordance to that. And maybe you have characters that are not very compatible.
I don't know.
But you still have to make it work.
We'll
for
see,
everyone involved.
I don't. Yeah,
So
we'll see how the stats and stuff work.
Yeah.
And then you can play multiplayer and single player. I don't know if we'll have a progression system or whatever. Like if there's a single player where you kiss 10 people before ending up in heaven or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
what is it? It's seventh heaven, so maybe 7 people to kiss, and then you go to Nirvana or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying random stuff.
I don't know. Story mode. You know.
Stuff will happen. A story. It's not going to be a story mode, but it's like an arcade mode in a fighting game. That's what I'm basing it on.
Yeah, why not?
Like you climb a tower or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like in
Maybe you're just kissing champion or something. I don't know.
kissing champion. You're the best kisser in the
You kiss
world. Wow.
trophy. And you're like, oh, you're such a good kisser. Congratulations. You kissed
Well
everyone and
done.
everyone enjoyed that. Congrats. Good job.
Now get tested because
Uh,
maybe you've caught a disease or something.
I mean,
I don't know.
ew.
Ew. There's no
Ew.
diseases in our game. We do not want to.
Nah, we don't. Nah, we're
Nah.
not. I'm not. Nah.
No, it's not a PSA. It's just, hey, look at our stupid game about kissing. That's it.
But stark reminder that if you have the flu or anything like that, don't
Please
kiss.
don't.
Please don't. Not even the French little hello
Nope.
cheeky kissy. Don't do that. Don't approach your face from mine, please. If you have a cold or anything.
If you have a cold, stay far away. A world map level selecting screen. I'm sorry, my voice disappeared completely there.
It's gone. It's gone just like my face from the stream.
Is your face gone? Did I do? Oh yeah, because I wiggled the screen earlier. I didn't notice.
I don't notice at the time, but it's fun.
So yeah. A world map level selecting screen. I don't know if we'll have level selects. I thought we might have the backgrounds have each character have their own background or something, like in Street Fighter. But I don't know if I want to put them on the map. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't. I like having a random
Yeah,
level
same.
selection.
I like it be random. If you play single player, maybe the background will be the same for every character will have its background to give that progression. But if you play multiplayer, it's just a random background.
Could be that, yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Sounds okay.
There's a lot of stuff that we're just like, I don't know. It could be like that. Yeah, sure, maybe.
Could be like that. We haven't decided yet because we want to have
Yeah,
faces kissing.
it
and
needs
then
to
this
work.
kind of things, comes after, because if the kissing doesn't work, there is no need for backgrounds. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm way more confident than last week that there's going to be kissing.
Me too.
I'm way more confident, and once we will have a head and stuff, maybe we'll get we'll get there faster.
Yeah, I know it's kind of.
And
it's good.
yeah, I've looked up a tentacle rig thing because tongues are basically tentacles.
Yeah.
And I like that the video starts with, "Oh, I don't know why." I'm not even gonna ask why you want to rig up a tentacle. And I was like, "Yeah, fair."
Yeah, fair enough. I do not have a satisfying answer that would defend myself on this.
No, I do not. I'm not gonna defend myself on this one either.
Yeah, no, it's for weird shit. We agree.
Yeah.
Can't deny,
So we're going to make a short, stubby tentacle that's going to be a tongue.
Yeah, it's just we need to have a tongue tickle.
Yeah, a tongue tickle. It's going to be slightly longer than a normal tongue because that's funny. Yeah. But not like freakishly long that it becomes monster fucker territory.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory. We'll see. We can always make it shorter later. Or have it be further back in the throat or something.
I was thinking we could have, some people are into body modification.
Oh, yeah.
And there are people who cannot cut their tongue a bit in half.
Yeah, I know.
Like an inch or two.
Yeah.
And so they have kind of like a snake tongue.
I'm kind of obsessed by that thing. I kind of want one, but also I don't.
No, also don't do it. There are no very safe techniques to do it, and
No,
it
it
can be
it doesn't
very
seem like it doesn't seem great, but having a tongue where you can do weird stuff with, that seems fun.
yeah. No, it's
It's
very fun.
like
Also, you
you
see
can
people
do,
who have that. You have a different control of your tongue based on
yeah.
that because now you have you're two-tongued basically,
Yeah,
so you can actually
I saw
make
a video a
it very
while back of someone who split having their tongue split and starting to do exercises to train the independence of both tips, and it was so fun. I was like, yeah, I kind of
well,
want that, but also no.
yeah, no, same. It's like, oh, that's fascinating, but also I've looked into it because I'm interested in, how do people do these kind of body modifications, how that works and stuff. I I wouldn't do that, and especially because techniques for the tongue splitting things are very dubious. Because
Yeah,
of course you can't have someone do it to you legally.
no, it's weird, and it's
Yes,
basically,
it is.
well, let's just grab a big scissor and do snip.
Yeah, no, you don't do that actually because you do have a lot of
I know.
um well, it's not the safest technique to do that. You have a lot of veins and important
Yeah, it's important. You don't want to
lot
lose your tongue.
of-
You need that.
yeah, and also it can lead to, you can actually bleed out from the tongue, so
Yes,
you don't
don't do
want to do
that.
that. You do that. So you tend to have instead what you have is you do a piercing a bit far back
Mm.
in the on the tongue, and then you tie a fisherman thread,
Ooh.
and you tie it tighter and tighter and tighter every day.
Ew.
It's well, it's the threading technique. It's not the best either, but it's very weird. But you can do things like that. So people can do freaky things with their tongue. And I was thinking, do we want to try that? To have one like that in the game?
Uh, no, because I think that would make there would be a lot of
Additional
extra
work.
coding stuff, and we said 10
Yeah,
weeks for this one.
probably. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Because if I need to rig up an entire second tongue and figure out how I can give it controls and how that would work, then it's going to be
Yeah.
basically an entirely new system to add. And
Well, what if we use the same rig, which just modify a bit the aspect of the tongue? It's not gonna be very interesting, but it would be fun visually, probably.
oh, if it's only visual, then it's no problem.
Yeah, we can try that.
You can have like you can add like two little bones in them and have them be jiggle bones. You see those floppy bones, and have them added to the normal
Yeah.
tongue.
Oh, that could be fun.
I think that should be able to work. I don't know. I haven't played around with the jiggle bone stuff yet. It
Ooh.
exists, and it's in Godot by default now. But I have
Interesting.
no dangly bits to try it out with. So I'm kind of waiting for later to try those out.
Oh, right. I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, I just have a couple of hair things.
Yeah, I need wigs.
Yes.
I need to make wigs.
Do you wear wigs?
It's not a wig. It's my real hair. Anyway.
And
But yeah, no, it's interesting. Yeah, no, I need because yeah, I started to work on the face, on the head,
oh yeah, I
because these
haven't.
are placeholders.
I haven't.
And
Yeah, these are heads I found online, and I made this stupid little sketch to say I want the nose bones to look like this, so that they
animation
can
purpose.
bend when they intersect. That they can bend like the Death Stranding trailer, because that's the nose bending reference now visual.
I do have a question about the sketch. Is it proportional? Like, do you want to have the bones the same size, or do you want a smaller size at the
I don't know.
point?
It's not proportional. I made that in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, no, but is the intent that one is bigger than the other
I
in
don't
terms
know.
of bones?
I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe the tip should be. Maybe you could
Yeah,
bend
tip
just the
smaller?
tip a little bit and then the entire nose a lot. I don't know.
Maybe,
And
or
have
the
the tip
opposite
be
actually.
have the tip be
Actually,
very flexible, and then the
yeah, it
big
would be
one be a little stiffer.
Yeah, that would make sense because you do
Yeah.
have a bone cartilage starting at like halfway.
Yeah,
Then
at
think
some
about
point, I don't know, something like that. So I think
so.
this one should be the first one should be a little shorter.
This game is making me so self-conscious of my face. Like, how does that move when I do that?
How does it
Hang
move?
on. Hang on.
Yeah,
How do we want to make that realistic? No, probably not. I don't know. How does that? Nah, wait.
I
Neck.
haven't
Okay.
kissed anyone since we started working on this, and I think I'm gonna be self-conscious at some point.
I have, and yeah, I've had moments where like I've
You're kissing, and then you're
very
like, wait, analyzing.
little bit. Also, I may have had because the person I'm with is now aware of
Mm-hmm.
the game I'm working on. I may have I've had a few very nervous laughing moments where I was like, nose.
This
You
is
know?
research.
It was this or stuff like that, making little remarks like that in the
Yeah.
middle of it. So it's been very awkward, but
Uh,
I'm with someone who's been very patient with me.
it's fine.
Yeah, I don't tell you when I see them now. I stopped telling you when I
You
meet
can
them
send me a
because
message this weekend with research if you want to.
yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, no, it's been
So yeah, this is the first
it's been
head
yeah.
test blob
This is the
thing.
beginning of the head. It's
It has
the
a little
blob.
slit for a mouth and a nose so
Yeah,
far.
and the cube next to it is gonna be lips added on over it.
Oh, okay. And then yeah,
You
it
know,
will
I'm
have a
just
skeleton at some point.
yeah.
And then probably a
Uh,
second version of the same skeleton and a third version until it works.
yeah,
Because we'll
definitely.
be like, yeah, but
But also like
okay, this doesn't work.
definitely no. Also like it's basically I'm working with the blob as the basis and
Mm.
every element of the face on top of it as a separate object.
Yeah.
That's gonna be in the end it's gonna be the same object, but to make them and to make them more easily
Yeah, for the character design.
customizable. Yeah. Everything like the nose is a separate piece, the
Mm.
mouth is gonna be a separate lips are gonna be a separate piece.
Yeah.
The eyes are gonna be on top of it also. So will be the eyebrows and the hair.
And
So
then
but
hopefully we'll be Mm.
this should be it.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll be able to just swap them out however we want to.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Depend on how they attach to the skeleton. I don't know exactly how that works, but we'll see.
I don't remember, so.
And if not, well, we'll just do a bunch of different heads in Blender.
Yeah.
And then it will be fine.
Sure. Yeah, but I think the blob is gonna be the basis for all the heads.
Yeah.
I also to add, neck, shoulders.
Yeah, neck and
Please.
shoulders so that they basically disappear off screen like over here.
And ears.
If you look at ears, they're quite important. Okay, right now the
Yeah,
camera
no,
is like this, but it will be different maybe.
Yeah.
It will depend on the proportions of the head and stuff, so it's going to be something.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I'm gonna make a neck and a bit of shoulders.
Yeah, because
Probably.
these heads have a lot of movement in the skeleton. Can I move the skeleton from here somewhere? Maybe. Like I can move the head like this. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. It's I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to think about it. There's so many bones in this thing. It's too much.
Yeah. Probably at the same time I might have to do a lot anyway.
Yeah, but when it's your own skeleton that you build yourself, you know what's where and what's each thing is called. And with this one, I'm just like, I don't know. I found this one, and that's fine, and that's about it,
works.
And I'm like, okay, what is this mess, And I know why it does this, because there's an animation player in there that has a bunch of heads, and it does the letters.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Wow.
And it has emotions that move from one to the other.
Okay. Oh no, They did. Yeah, it's very nice for
And
a
this is
free
a
model.
nice thing. This is a great thing to use.
I mean, it's very useful also to learn.
Yeah, and the Blender file has a bunch of scripts and stuff in there and stuff. When I opened it in Blender, I was like, I don't know where anything is anymore because everything is in a different place and there's a bunch of windows I've never seen before.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
There's one that's called Pulp Fiction. I don't know what this is going to do. It's going to dance.
Maybe. I don't know. It's probably some.
Yeah, he does something. I think it's maybe something with a dance or something. I don't know. I don't know why it's called Pulp Fiction. And this is the default pose. But yeah, this one is huge. There's a lot of stuff in there, and it does. And there's basically an entire alphabet in here, so you can switch animations and go from one to the next and have it say stuff. I think. I haven't tried it because that's not the point of this game, but it is possible. But yeah, there's a lot of muscles and stuff like the cheekbones and things that we are probably not going to use. Not even going to have. Because it's basically a thing about what poses do we want. We want relaxed, we want pursed lips, we want go back, leaning left and right, and mouth open with the tongue out, basically.
Yeah.
And then maybe eyes open and eyes closed or something.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And that's
the eyes. I need to think about the eyes.
That's basically it. So
Do that. Anyway, yeah.
It's not that big or complicated. Hopefully.
Well, no, it is.
Well, it is complicated, but it's not. There's not that much. I mean.
Yeah, we don't need that many elements because we're not gonna make real animations.
No.
We're not gonna make dog. We're not gonna change the angle of the cameras. So unless it's for character picture.
Yeah, we could make some character pictures or have a vague small animation at some point, maybe, but I don't think so.
But that's not priority though, and also we're gonna have that for the character select screen for sure.
Yes.
But these can be done in Blender.
Oh yeah, that will be made in Blender, of course. I have them poses. I have the poses set up in Blender. It's fine.
It's easier.
And then make the screenshots or whatever, or something. It could be a pose that is dynamic. Because the setup menu, it is the same heads. If you do this, and you select your character, we could have poses that are dependent on each head, or something. Like if you select the character here, and then maybe the head turns a little bit towards the camera and does like a face or something. I don't know.
I think it should appear facing the camera or more facing the camera.
Yeah, and then rotate once you start kissing.
And then rotate towards the other face. Yeah. Once you start with the camera probably zooming out a bit, so that it feels like you start.
Yeah.
Probably we're gonna need to have a 3, 2, 1 kiss.
What there is in right now is a press start to kiss. Press if you want to kiss. Press start if you wish to kiss. That's what I wrote down.
Would it be fun to have 3, 2, 1 kiss, like 3, 2, 1 fuck?
I don't know. I kind of like the consent part of it. The press start if you wish to kiss, if you want to kiss, and then you press start and then you can kiss.
Feels like it's already implied in the character selection.
Yes, of course.
Like you select your character and you have the ready thing.
Yeah, we could have a ready or a countdown if you want to. I didn't really want to put in a timer right now, but I can.
Could be fun, but at least have a little transition.
Oh yeah, of course. There's going to be a transition and animations and stuff.
Go from the selection screen where everybody has said, "Okay, I'm ready to kiss," and now you go to kissing. And whether there's a countdown or not,
We'll see. I have the
little introduction to the moment where you kiss. Even if it's very short and simple.
Yeah, the idea is you're here. Basically, these icons are going to be the characters. Don't know how much there will be yet or how big, so I just made a couple. I found a grid container, so I set it up like that. I found a video that that did character selection for Godot 3, so I'll see if I can adapt it for this one.
Yeah.
That does the 2-player character select with hovering squares over a grid. So I'll try to figure that out.
Probably something to do with buttons hovering.
No,
appearing.
because on you cannot have more than one button selected at a time.
True.
That's a limitation of the engine, of the
Yeah.
control node stuff.
Okay.
So it's going to have to be a layer with a 2D grid or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I
maybe
guess.
I'm going to remove this entire grid, and it's going to be a 2D sprites instead of a control node right now. And then I can have sprites that are just transparent with like a border, and depending on the position, this is the character that's selected and stuff. I need to look into that. I haven't really looked at the 2D stuff in Godot, but I know that should be pretty doable.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be the first. We can be the first to.
No,
to
we're
have
not the
the
first to make a fighting game or having problems with menus and stuff.
Yeah, no, but it's also. I mean, Godot is fairly recent,
Mhm.
though it has exploded in the past 2 years since Unity did its thing. It's still, there are still a lot of things that are very complicated or not
Yes.
as well done or not even possible compared to other engines because it's an open source one.
Mm.
It's a foundation doing it. It's not exactly a big corporation trying to push its product.
No.
They go their own rhythm. So sometimes sometimes we get nasty little surprises like that, which are
Yeah.
like it's not yet implemented.
Oh, okay, this doesn't work. Oh well, we'll figure something else out.
Something.
And then you need to figure out a workaround, and then you'll find something later.
Yeah, it happens. It's nice. I love Godot. So it's like
It's so much
also
fun.
I like that it progresses slowly because it means it doesn't constantly break its own things.
Yeah, and I don't get
No.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, also there's that.
Well, there's a
and-
lot of stuff I haven't touched yet. I
Yeah,
have tried to
Big
not do the
engine.
things the same way as I did the first time, the previous game. Like for the multiplayer setup and stuff, I was like, okay, wait. I've noticed that I did it a certain way, but there's maybe a more efficient way. Let me try that new way. So
Yeah,
now
that's not.
for this game, I'm trying something else for the character selection and stuff like that, which is vaguely set up, which should be maybe more efficient. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, maybe we should start also thinking of structures and how if we ever want to expand the game.
Yes,
So simple ways to add content to
of
our
course.
games. Fun.
Yeah, which is something I messed up on the previous game.
Like racing. Of course, that's what I'm thinking about it. So
Yeah, I'm thinking about it too, and it would probably take a couple days to fix.
But that's
But
a couple.
That's a couple days I don't really want to spend on that game right now. Maybe later. And
Maybe.
also, it might break stuff, and I don't really want to break that game while it's working.
No. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we need to figure out ways to make for example, if you want to add characters, because that's what's gonna dictate the length of the game and the vibe.
Yeah, there is I've already started setting up character model, character portraits, basically the same way as I did for the previous game and the game before that.
Yeah.
With the same bit of code that goes when the game starts, it goes in that folder and makes a list of all the items in that folder. And then I can reference them whenever I want to. I'm like, okay, go get this list, item number 4, and it's going to be the same face or background or whatever. And if you keep the numbers correct, like if you like in the duck racing thing, super quick quack racing, if you want to the ducks that you unlock, they are numbered. And if they are numbered, since the numbers are in the same order every time, you can find them back easily.
Yeah.
So that's the goal for this one as well. And I'm going to probably create a folder that's called backgrounds here as well at some point.
Okay.
I haven't yet because, well, it's early days.
not
It's week 1.
priority right now.
It's not a priority.
Yeah. It's week 1. We don't even have full kisses yet.
And we don't even have kiss. Well, we have a kiss vaguely.
We have a kiss, but not full kissing. Like the lips don't really move yet. The jaw is debatable.
We have a vaguely functioning prototype with a very, 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 very short game loop. That's very, very bad right now.
It's not bad. It's the beginning. It's a proof of concept.
Like right now, you can launch the game, select, press start to play, use your mouse to kiss, press start if you want to kiss, and then you can mesh your face together.
Yeah.
Like this. And then you may score points.
Mouse, nose.
And then climax! Well done! And then you can press start if you want to play again. And that's the entire game so far. And then, hop, you're back. Let's start again. Yay, kissy.
Nice.
Look at this game. Look at it. We're done. No.
I love the fact that the feedback, I was like, mouse, nose, mouse. No,
it's so goofy. It's fun.
Yeah, it's goofy. But yeah, no, so it's a proof of concept. The thing is working, but yeah, it's not full kissing, you know. Yet.
No.
It's not quite that.
Can I make them? No,
there it is. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you put anything sticky on your lips? You know, lip gloss or something, you know?
Let's see, this one and then this one. Here we go. I need to hook the noses.
Hold your nose.
Got your nose. Look out, he's got a nose.
He's got a nose. Oh. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty goofy for now, but yeah, it's working.
That's cool. What we're at. And next week I'm going to be off. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, and I will be working only a very, very, very little bit on this game. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll do nothing. I don't know. I might do nothing. We'll see. Depends on how the week goes. And then we'll see. Next week we'll be back, and we'll maybe have a head or something. Maybe, if you have the time to make a head and can figure out a skeleton, a very, very basic one.
Yeah.
So that I can start toying around with it next week or the week after that. That's going to be great. And then we'll refine it over the coming weeks, which is the plan. And the goal is to have a full game in 10 weeks this time, instead of 20. Or 16 or whatever we did for the previous one and the one before that.
I misclicked.
I want to release this game before the summer holidays start, basically.
Yeah.
I believe I'm going on holiday probably the first week of July or something. So I'd like the game to be out by then. Which is doable. We're getting there. It's going to be fine. Anyway, I think that's about it. I don't have much more to say because, well, I've showed everything off. There's not that much stuff there yet. We've basically been rambling about what we could do, which is also part of the development, especially in the beginning. It's like, oh, we could do this. Yeah, we could do this. I've started thinking about sounds. That's the thing I have not talked about this today. I've added a button. Let me see in the input map. If you look over here, I've added a moan button. Because that was the most cursed idea I could think of. And it's basically the same thing as in the previous game. Press A, but instead of quacking, it's going to be moaning. And I don't know yet if it will give you points. or not. If you press it once, maybe it will give you a point. But if you press it a bunch of times, the score will go down or something.
I don't know. I don't want it to be. I don't know.
I don't know.
Moaning is not. I don't know. It's too serious, in a way. I don't know
Nah,
if
don't
you can.
worry about it. You haven't heard the moans yet.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. It's just it feels. I
I don't know. We'll see. If the moans are goofy enough, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
They'll need to be. It also needs to. I don't want it to sound too sexual as well.
Yeah.
It needs to be stupid, not like.
Yeah, I want it to be cursed and not just a quad.
Yeah.
You know, like goofy, goofy cursed,
Yeah.
goofy weird, not
Strange
fully.
and funny, not strange and
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Well,
Yeah,
uncomfortable,
that's
but
it.
in a funny way, not in an awkward
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I don't know. It's just
There's
it's
a
not
there's a
that kind of
fine
game.
line. We'll get there. Maybe the moan button will disappear, but I had the idea,
Yeah,
so I had to write it down.
sure.
And the idea exists, and maybe it will
Yeah,
be
I
in the
don't know.
game.
It feels like a leftover from Super Quick Quack Racing. You know,
Nah, don't worry about it. It's gonna be great.
quacking button. You know.
It's gonna be great. I have high hopes for
Okay.
this one.
Cool. Cool.
Have some ooh.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. Because to me, that was kind of the job of the announcer.
Oh yeah.
To be
Maybe
like, ooh, to make it awkward funny.
maybe it's double.
Whereas if
Yeah,
it's characters, it means they're really into it, you know.
they're supposed to be
It
into
gives
it. They're
gives them
kissing.
yeah, no, but it gives them it gives them too much of a realistic approach to kissing,
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
you
but
know?
because
Like
the
it's
announcer is supposed to be there judging their kiss, basically.
yeah,
And
basically.
it's like, ooh,
And I don't
well
know.
done.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. It's
We'll see.
future problems. It's problems for future us.
Yeah, no, but yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. This game is weird. We'll see.
It is.
We'll see how it looks once we have a couple heads in there that do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And once we have maybe a background and start to put in animations, we'll see what's missing and what we need to add.
Definitely. But yeah, in the meantime, so I think we can end the stream there because
I
if we're
think so.
discussing the intricacies of mourning in a goofy game, I think we can stop for today.
Yes. Why is this like this? Oh, here we go.
Because I misclicked and left the call for a second.
You left me on my own.
Yeah, no, but it's because when you hover over the taskbar and at the bottom of the screen, you have a little suite of Discord buttons right away. I wanted to go back to the text window, and instead I anyway, I left the call anyway. Anyway,
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. So that's the game for now. It's been week 1. Smooching is on the way, I guess.
Yeah.
And, yeah. In the meantime, you can still play Super Quick Quack Racing.
Yes, go play it. It's fun. I still like it.
Me too.
I haven't played it in a week. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, after a month of it.
After like 6 months of only playing that game, it's strange to stop and be like, okay, this is done. Let's move on to something else.
Let's move on to noses.
Let's look at noses for a couple days instead of bathtubs and ducks.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I agree. But yeah, no. Next week, so yeah, I'm gonna be on holiday. I'm gonna work on heads.
Yeah, I will be here for the stream next week. I come back on next Wednesday in the morning.
Yeah, I remember.
So I'll be here, and we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't worry. We'll talk about ducks whenever. We talk about ducks every week because you still need to go play that game. Everyone needs to go play that game. And also go leave like reviews and stuff on the itch page.
Yeah.
Even if you got the game through Patreon or something, go leave reviews on the itch page because that's useful, and tell people about it and stuff.
Comments, give us 5 stars or whatever, like.
Yeah,
stuff,
I've given the game 5 stars.
It's a fun game, or believe so. I don't know how you want to fit it.
Yes, Kat. Hello.
Lots of fun. It's all fun and games.
It's all fun and
Yeah.
games. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. We shall see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye. See ya.